Okay, this is Love After Lockup. No. Life After Lockup. Season 3, episode 46. Love at Second Inmate. Okay, so we start off with the two Britneys. I forgot it's actually two Britneys on here. Um, Brittany Marcelino and Brittany and Ray. But Brittany Marcelino, um, Brittany and her friend go to meet up with a retired cop and just to get some help and advice on what they should do about pursuing this dude who don't steal all their money. And basically, while they're talking to the cops, first Brittany was a little bit hesitant because she like, well, dang, I've been out the system for a couple of years now, but being around cops and talking to cops and stuff like that, that's like snitch behavior. And when you are in that life of, the prison system and stuff, it's just against the rules. But since she out and everything, you just something you got to do. So they talking to the officer, and he was basically doing what he's supposed to do, is asking all the right questions, and they did not have all the right answers, which let them realize that y'all don't gave all this money to this person with no contracts, no agreements besides verbal, like no evidence, nothing. So they just lost this $80,000, and it's not much that they can do. At least until maybe they find the dude, but he done disappeared. He done blocked their phone numbers, everything. So yeah, they lost all this money, and now she got to go tell Marcelino. And of course, he's gonna be pissed. So it is what it is, because out of their pocket, that's $8,000. So then we get to the other Brittany and her, Brittany and Ray, and they go into Ray family house, and we find out that Ray don't got him a job. Finally get to make some money. And then they talk about the restitution thing. So remember, it was like what, $100,000 roughly, and he basically got it's getting garnished out his checks. We'll just say that. So almost 100 or so a month, and arguing with, well, they weren't really arguing, but they were just going back and forth like, well, dang, well, if I get married, do I gotta help him pay this? And they like, yeah, that's pretty much a package deal. Whatever he got going on, and you want to marry him, then it just all merges together. So, yep, you'll have to pay some. But if you love him, then you should do all this. That's the uncle and the daddy and all them talking. And she's like, yeah, I understand. And then, of course, they got to go into like, well, where's your parents? Where's your mom? Where's your family? And she's like, well, he met the dad, but he ain't meet my mama yet. She's still on the fence. She don't want to meet him. She think he a bad dude. And they like, well, really, you need to try to turn that around, because we raised him and we know he ain't a horrible person. Yeah, he was in prison for some mistakes he made, or jail or whatever. I think it was prison, right? All these people from prison. But that don't mean that he gonna continue to just keep being a criminal. Nope, that was just a little robbery or something he did in his life, and he done with. So they had to argue that little fact with her. So she like, yeah, we'll figure it out. Eventually, he got to meet the mama. All right, so John and Christiana are back, and we kind of got to rewind with them just a little bit, because like last time they were on the show, she got out, they got married real quick, and then she had to go into the halfway house type deal, and then they tried to do lunch or something, or out in the public, and she got in trouble because she wasn't allowed to be talking to him or something weird, so she had to go but be back on lockdown sort of thing, but she was still out in halfway house. And then she got high, violated, and then went back in for like a few more months. So he kind of been, in and out with her, in and out, because she ain't really been out like that. So all the while that she went back in there, he asked blah blah blah. She asked him to move her mom in, so of course he agreed. Later down the line, the sister get asked to move in, so he agreed. When the sister moved in, which is Tara, some flirtatious things was going on, and the sister was trying to get him. We'll just say that. He really wasn't trying to. It was the sister. She was jumped all on his lap and everything, trying to kiss him and everything, you know what I'm saying? And she kind of used that against him, trying to tell her sister, oh, well, me and John, while you was locked up, he was trying to get me and all this stuff. Yep, we flirted and everything. We almost kissed. So, of course, in Christiana mind, this is just all messed up. Like, dang, really? I asked you to help my family out, and this is how you gonna help them out? Even though she already know her sister is, So basically, this is how we start off. They sitting there having breakfast or whatnot, and she's telling him how much she can't trust them only because of the sister issue. So he's like, well, Deez, can you just trust me? Ain't nothing happened, blah, blah, blah. He talked to his daughter about the situation. I think he had like 4 or so kids, but the one went off to college finally. So, and the daughter was just trying to tell him, like, dang, y'all already got problems. It's just not a good sign. But he's trying to stress, like, well, no, I really do love her. It is what it is. I just need her to, just believe me. Like, I don't want the sister, I want her. So we'll get to them. Nothing really going on too spectacular. That's just their little beef. And Christiana, these is what eyebrows are supposed to look like. I don't know what that was. Did y'all see that? I think she drew them on there. This is what they're supposed to look like. Okay? All right. Anyway, we flip to Sean. Now, Sean, he's about to pick up his second inmate, okay? Destiny is back in the slammer. So he found him a new one. I think her name was Sarah, something like that. And he's on his way to pick her up. He making her alcoholic beverage already. First time meeting her, never seen her in person, nothing like that. Always talking on the phone or always writing in the letters. And he just a little nervous, obviously, because he been lying to her too, just like he did Destiny. He don't know what age he told her he was, and he don't know how many kids he told her he had. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully she is not as bad as Destiny, because Destiny was a piece of work for real. That's why she back on lockdown, okay? Amber and Puppy is back, you know what I'm saying? Remember they was the little Les duo with a little sprinkle of Vince in there. I don't know where Vince at. Maybe we'll get there, but so far we just dealing with Puppy and Amber. So last time we see them, they had a big falling out because Puppy gets out, and see, Amber got out first. She got her job, she got her things together. Then Puppy gets out, and she's into wanting to be in a relationship and all these things. But Amber wasn't trying to be in a relationship. She just, you know what I'm saying, wanted to keep their relationship more friendship based and to help Puppy get on her feet. And then, you know what I'm saying, we'll still be friends, but I just want to make sure that you're good like I'm good. But along the way, Puppy just, was falling off the wagon a little bit, drinking here, hanging out too much, when she should really just be working and focusing on herself. But she wasn't doing that, and Amber got really upset with her, cussed her out, you know what I'm saying? They just fell out, basically. So they ain't really talked. So Amber is going to her mom's house to try to check on her and see if she's there. The mom saying, no, Puppy's been MIA for about a couple weeks now. I've had doctor's appointments. She would never show for me. And, I'm just worried about her. And Amber's like, well, I'm worried about her too. They got a tip from last time that they might have seen her. Someone might have known where she was. It was the address. So Amber's like, well, I'll take the address and I'll go do a pop-up on her to see if she's here. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but if we, somebody needs to go check up on this girl and make sure she's okay. Especially because her mother is out here a little bit on the sickly side, and we don't want anything to happen pretty much on her behalf if Puppy's nowhere around to at least help her, or you know what I'm saying, because it would definitely be a devastation for something to happen to her mom while Puppy out here wilding, because it'll only make her wild out worse. So Amber wants to find her and, try to reconcile something and just make sure she's doing okay. Okay, so John and Christiana, they are going to go out on this little date type situation. He's trying to do some damage control, basically, make her forget about the Tara stuff and, try to show her that he the man for her. He not trying to do nothing wrong and everything. So he take her to, it's like a park type situation. And he references Bonnie and Clyde, like, they were this, you know, famous couple. We all know who they were. They were out here robbing banks and killing folks, basically. But they were together doing it. So, ride or die type situation, and actually died together. They rode together and they died together. Yep. And basically trying to just say, well, we're almost like that, right? I'm ex-con and she's, ex-felon too. And how about, and I've been through so many women, or at this point, she's the one for me. I just know it. So takes her out to this park and they dress up in these old-fashioned gangster outfits to reenact their own Bonnie and Clyde situation. It was kind of tacky as hell, but whatever. I got a hat and that. I don't know what they be thinking. They be just like the most out of everybody. I swear, they are the most. I don't want to talk about people, but they're so raggedy. Okay, and he's like, after the picture taken, he tells her all these good things, these sweet nothings, and says, I'm going to repropose to you. And in the back of her mind, she's like, well, I know he done cheated on every girl he's been with, and this terror thing is still bothering me, so I don't know if I can trust him. So we don't know if she's going to say yes or no, right? Okay. Sean goes to pick up his second inmate. Her name is Sarah. Short little thing, like 4'11", 100 pounds, something like that. She was in 6 years for manslaughter, something to do with a drug overdose, where the person did not survive, and that's where the manslaughter comes in on her part. She says, well, they never met each other. This is the first time. They've been doing this everything on the phone. And she says she fell in love with Sean and all this type of stuff. So she's ready to see what the future will bring with them. So far, so good. He likes what he sees. She's sucking down that alcohol smoothie that he done gave her, talking about she got anxiety. And, first thing, like everybody say, everything looks good. For the most part, they might have to go, what do you call it? Oh shoot, I done lost my dang train of thought. But anywho, they are on their way. He has to drop her off at her mom's house. But he gives her a bag with some more goodies and stuff, and the phone's in there. She's like, yeah, that's your phone. And she's like, well, I have to call my mom. And she's calling somebody, but she says, hey, you're not on speakerphone. And, okay, cool. All right, bye. So, and then she says in the confessional, like, well, I got a secret that I did not tell him. I will have to tell him at some point. So I don't know. Well, he got some secrets for you too. His ain't that bad, but hers could be worse. I mean, she is a criminal, for Christ's sakes. But she's hoping that, hey, she can get her life on straight, and maybe Sean can help her do this. All right, fine. And then we get to, well, actually, they were the last ones. I forgot all about Puppy and Amber. So Puppy and Amber she got this address. So she hooks up with her friend Queen, another ex-con. And she's like, I need you to go with me. We're going to pop up on Puppy. We just got to check on her, make sure she all right. And Queen out here like, yeah, last time I seen Puppy, she was out there drinking too much. And she was just doing too much. So I left her ass alone. And she's like, I know, but that's our friend, so come on. And Queen, being ex-con and all this stuff, they both on papers for 20 years, okay? Which means that's like the rest of their life, honestly. They can't do nothing. So she's like, well, girl, we ain't trying to get ambushed into nothing. I ain't trying to go back. Like, girl, we gonna leave Puppy right where ass where she at. And everybody like, nah, come on now, girl. So they Google the house first. And Queen, being the smart girl she is, she's checking the scenery like, okay, it look like a nice neighborhood. I don't see no broken lights and no beat up cars and all that stuff, no trash. So, all right, cool, we can roll up. They roll up, they see the house. Okay, it's a nice looking house. Okay, so maybe she's doing all right. I don't know. Let's just stake it out a little bit. So they're staking it out for a while. And then of course, Queen has to ask Amber about what she's doing with her dating life. And remember, she has a boo named Sammy. So Sammy, Sammy ain't say this, but Amber's like, yeah, I've been hanging out with Sammy still. You know, it is what it is. That's her boo. So they still be hooking up and chilling. And Queen is like, you know, you gotta watch Sammy because I don't know, he a little gangster. But all girls love the gangsters. I mean, it is what it is. That's her boo. And she got trying to go save her other boo, which is Puppy. And she like, all right, let's just go knock on the door. And that's just kind of ends on that little segment. So this was Life After Lockup. Was this it? This was it. Yeah, not really much. John and Christiana figuring out their little um, infidelity, trust issues. Ray and Brittany need to go ahead and introduce her mother. And Marcelanio, Brittany done stole the money. I mean, Brittany lost the money, so Brittany gotta go tell him that. Sean just met Sarah, so we're gonna get to the drama then. It's actually about to start, I believe, on this actual day in the car. So kind of just like that Stan and Lisa, how they just automatically start arguing. Yep. Sean, good luck with that. And Sean, Christiana, Marcelino. Yeah, that was it. And Puppy, bitch, where you at? All right. This is Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup. We TV. Peace out.